question. You're probably watching the best shooter in the country. It's amazing how he finds a way to get open, even when they're focusing on him. He somehow gets lost in the shuffle and hits you with a three.
BYU, the designated visiting team in the blue, the home whites for Vandy. Cougars 10-2, Vandy 7-4, the starting five for BYU, and the terrific guards of Barcelo and Tijon Lucas. And BYU quickly on the scoreboard, taking the early lead.
Right there, nice move by Barcelo. They're going to run him off the three-point line, so you can't be afraid to take it all the way to the rim and get your mid-range game started. The threes will come later.
Starting five for Jerry Stackhouse and Vanderbilt. A little bit of a tweak from last night as the Commodores go inside. +1, Quentin Malora-Brown for Vanderbilt.
Nice little old school pick and roll. You want to get your big in the center of the floor, rolling right down the lane so no one can help. Nice little bounce pass and just got a piece of the arm. Tic-tac foul for the bigs. You want them to make fouls that count. Little reaching fouls not going to stop somebody that size.
56%er. Malora-Brown converts the old school three-point play. And a 3-2 lead. Now Malora-Brown, the transfer from Rice with the steal. Here comes Vandy and Scottie Pippen Jr. And a whistle away from the ball. And a foul against BYU as the aforementioned Jerry Stackhouse in his third year as the head coach at Vanderbilt, the former NBA All-Star, 18 years in the NBA. In 1995, Stackhouse was the third overall pick in the draft. Corner three, Scottie Pippen Jr., 6'2", Vandy.
He's one of those players, Rocks, that you just can't beat. Being there is just not enough. You've got to force him to drive. Got a great release.
That's Barcelo missing the drive. Here is Pippen attacking. In transition, Scottie Pippen with the left hand, 8-2 Commodores.
What was nice about that, we talked about his ability to score in transition. He kept the ball in his left hand, used his body to shield it. Great control.
And there's an offensive foul, a rough start for the BYU Cougars. That goes as a turnover. As Vandy forced 21 Hawaii turnovers last night, Mark Pope knows they have to take care of the basketball tonight.
They have to take care of the ball, make sound passes. Guys have to meet the ball. This Vanderbilt team is great at getting deflections and then steals.
Illegal screen, Atiki of the Cougars. Already is sitting with 2 fouls and 3 team fouls against the Cougars. Early entrance for Fousseyni Traore for BYU as Scottie Pippen Jr. fires from deep. And Alex Barcelo clears for BYU. Trevin Knell steps into a 3.
He's got to stay aggressive. He is too good of a shooter to be passive right now. You see him coming off the ball screen. They don't respect him. You got to knock that down.
Knell starting the last 6 games now as BYU's had to adjust their lineup with the injuries to their 2 big men. Miles Studi from outside the arc and Caleb Lohner, who had a career best 14 rebounds in their win against South Florida yesterday, with the board there for the Cougars.
Lohner is going to be key tonight. Getting defensive rebounds, limiting the Commodores to just 1 shot attempt per trip is going to be huge.
Tijon Lucas, the floater on the baseline, and the Cougars are back within 1. Jordan Wright is Mr. Do Everything for Scottie Pippen. Missing the deep 2. Caleb Lohner clears. Here comes BYU. Trevin Knell again from outside. Fouled on a 3. A chance for 4 for Trevin Knell.
That's what you're talking about when you want to stay aggressive. You just made a 3. You might as well shoot this one. He's got a defender kind of with him, but because he just knocked down the last one, there you see he stands, contact after the shot, chance for a 4-pointer. All open shots are great shots for him.
Miles Studi the foul. And the free throw, Trevin Knell is now 5 for 6 from the line this season, and it's BYU up 11-8. Knell has 7 of the Cougars' 11.
He leads all scorers, Roxy. Player of the game. I'm calling it right now.
Quinton Malora-Brown missing at the rim, but keeps it alive for Vandy.
Second chance opportunities for Vandy is what makes them tough.
Scottie Pippen, tough shot off balance. And Fousseyni Traore, the rebound. BYU attacks. Alex Barcelo, corner three.
Roxy, that was 5-on-2. There were 5 Cougars crossing half court in that transition right there. Vandy definitely has to do a better job. And you don't want to leave somebody like Barcelo wide open.
12-0 run for BYU. They've made their last 4 shots. Inside for Malora-Brown. Scottie Pippen Jr. with 5 to shoot. Corner 3, Miles Studi for the Commodores with an answer.
Big shot for Studi. He hit one of these last night in the second half. When they were taking a run, he knocked down a big shot.
He's 41% outside the arc.
Gotta keep shooting it.
Barcelo will. And the rebound falls to Jordan Wright. Here comes the Commodores. Stutter step, Scottie Pippen Jr. draws contact. Crafty play by Pippen, who will get to the line, and BYU and Vandy off to good starts offensively.
Off to great starts. It's the holidays, but let freedom ring right now for the Cougars. Downtown in transition. They are dropping bombs, and they enjoy an early lead. But Vandy trying to make some threes of their own. Cougars up 3.
Road home for the holidays, where the ultimate driving machine becomes the ultimate cruise through 3 states machine. The ultimate zip around the corner for mom's cooking machine. And even the ultimate we couldn't get out of there any faster machine. Because at BMW, we know every holiday looks different. So we created the ultimate whatever your road home looks like machine. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 through January 3rd.
Local restaurants have been hit hard by fees from delivery apps.
They take a huge chunk of our bottom line. All of that comes out of our pocket and goes to them.
So Domino's franchisees went to local restaurants and bought $100,000 of their gift cards to give out to our customers. That way they could support a mom and pop by ordering directly from them.
And no one got hit by delivery app fees.
I can't believe one restaurant is buying another restaurant's gift certificates to give out, but it sure is wonderful.
So if you're not getting Domino's, skip the delivery apps and order directly from a local restaurant.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaii flies with us. And Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, where local culture meets world-class hospitality. Yep, I was parked at the beach all day, to be honest with you. I did my work this morning, got it done. The Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic, taking advantage of being over here in the 12th annual Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. This is the evening session of day 2. There'll be 12 games in all. This is game number 7. Of course, there wasn't a tournament last year because of COVID. The last time we had this event in 2019, Houston beat Washington for the championship. And the winner of our game between BYU and Vanderbilt will get to the championship game and play the Stanford Cardinal, who beat Liberty earlier today. Scottie Pippen Jr. first one rims off for the junior from LA. Last year, first team All-SEC. Missed them both.
That's something you're not going to see a lot. Talk about a very complete player, knows how to get fouled, crafty with the ball in his hand, makes his free throws, knocks down threes, and right there, like I said, that's not going to happen much with him.
Seneca Knight in the game, and Gideon George checks in as well for the Cougars. Shane Gazzoni for Vanderbilt in the game. He had a young career best of 10 last night in their win against Hawaii. And Vanderbilt's defense was a problem for the Rainbow Warriors last night. And we're seeing the effect of their athleticism. This is a team in Vandy that forces 16.5 turnovers a game. In fact, they have forced 15 or more turnovers in 7 of their first 11 games this year.
And when you watch them defend, they're a team that moves their feet and keeps you in front of them, and that causes a lot of teams to try to make moves and plays that aren't really there.
Deep three from Miles Studi, and an air ball will go out of bounds to the BYU Cougars. Last night, a 68-54 win for Jerry Stackhouse and Vanderbilt. And they got 21 from Pittman. They forced 21 turnovers from the Bows, 10 steals for Vanderbilt last night. Plus, Vandy had 36 points in the paint. They led by as many as 19 early in the game. Then Hawaii came back, made it interesting before Vanderbilt put them away. Seneca Knight struggled shooting the ball last night. His struggles in the islands continue as Knight now just 1 for 8 in this Diamond Head Classic when Vanderbilt gives it back to BYU. Jerry Stackhouse in year 3, a former head coach in the G League with the Raptors 905 squad, and an assistant coach in the NBA with Toronto and Memphis. BYU running the weave as Tijon Lucas spinning in the key. The tip in! Husseini Traore. 16-11 as Vanderbilt is just 1 for their last 7. Actually, they gave the last basket to Gideon George and not Traore, as Trey Thomas, who had 2 threes, 2 big shots last night for Vanderbilt when Hawaii was coming back with a 3 right there.
Yeah, he helped close the door last night, and there you see that's a tough 3, only because he just got in the game. You come in the game, you're ice cold, and you knock down your first look. Could be a big night for him.
He struggled shooting the ball for the most part this season, as Alex Barcelo missing in the key and Thomas the rebound. Last year, Trey Thomas led all SEC freshmen in three-point field goal percentage. Was at 40%, but just 23% this season coming in. Taryn Frank leans in. And over the top, Miles Studi tips it out of bounds, and it belongs to BYU.
Well, you can see the Commodores feel like they can attack, get to the rim. They're a physical team, but BYU, no slouches. They're a physical team as well. Both teams trying to establish some dominance. Haven't been a lot of points in the paint right now.
3 threes aside already in this one. BYU by 2. Tijon Lucas getting a breather. Alex Barcelo shifts over to the point, and a travel in the post on Seneca Knight. And the BYU Cougars give it away for the 4th time.
One of those turnovers we talked about. Guys make their one-on-one move against Vanderbilt, and nothing's open. And you see the travels and the bad passes that result from that. They do a great job of containing, shutting off the lane, and contesting shots.
Right back to the Cougars. BYU by 2. Pushing the ball up and hammered from behind, and Seneca Knight will get to the line for BYU. And a foul on Jordan Wright of Vanderbilt.
So credit Alex Barcelo with that shot attempt. He got that ball over half court before anybody else knew what was going on.
So Seneca Knight, junior from Lafayette, Louisiana, has played at both LSU and San Jose State. And the foul shot rims off at 64%. And he entered the transfer portal, Seneca Knight, last year after just 4 games with San Jose State. Went to LSU, but then entered the portal again and ended up at BYU. And Seneca Knight, in the absence of the 2 big men, has had to absorb a little bit of a different role and having to play the 4 spot, which is really not for him. He's more of a wing and a 3. But because of the 2 injuries at center that BYU has, with Gavin Baxter tearing his ACL, and Richard Harward because of a cardiovascular issue, and a heart problem that will keep him out for this season, BYU's had to adjust on the fly as Jordan Wright the miss. Here comes Barcelo. Ahead for Spencer Johnson. And he lays it in, and it's BYU by 5.
Great vision right there by Barcelo, and the heads-up play by Johnson. Let the defender fly by, get the easy 2. Right now the Cougs got a little rhythm here. They're locked in defensively.
Shot clock at 10 for Trey Thomas. Stutter step, Thomas lost it, picked up by Caleb Lohner. Steal, Trey Thomas racing up the floor. Euro step, and Thomas is smothered by Gideon George. Long outlet pass, easy lay-in, Spencer Johnson, and BYU has their largest lead.
Very poor decision by Thomas in transition. I don't know what he was thinking. There was no way he was going to get that shot off. Great defensive stop by the Cougs. They turn it into an easy 2.
He gives up 7 inches to Gideon George and tried to go up through him.
He has the heart of a champion, but unfortunately it takes a little more than that to make up for that height difference.
Terran Frank, and he lost it. Gideon George pulls it away. Trying to lead Barcelo, broken up by Vanderbilt. It stays with BYU, but the Cougars are off and rolling in Honolulu.
In transition, you got to do a little more than this. The Cougs with the stout defense on one end, and they get the easy 2 at the other. Right now, BYU up 7 here in Honolulu.
I wanted to wake up to the sound of the ocean.
Sun and surf. That's what we were looking for.
But the moment we arrived, we found so much more. We found beauty.
We found adventure.
We found a place we'll never, ever forget.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, it's time to go.
Dad, we have to go back to Lowe's. Dad, the tire!
Is it?
Yeah.
The holidays begin at Lowe's, where you'll find all you want during Winterfest.
Carolers.
Let's go back to Lowe's.
Honolulu, Waikiki Beach. Approaching Christmas from the islands. Aloha. 21-14 BYU, a 7-point lead on Vanderbilt. After getting down early, Mark Pope's team has cranked it up here against Vandy, and Alex Barcelo, a big reason why, as he already has 5 points and one of the best shooters in America. And he began his college career at your alma mater, Arizona. 2 years there for Sean Miller, that transferred, and his career has really taken off since he moved up to Provo.
Yeah, I'm a little upset. Where was all this when you were a Wildcat, baby? We needed this. No, but in all seriousness, just the consistency of a fifth-year player. He's super talented, but he understands the game, and he allows his other teammates to play at his level. He's unselfish with the ball, and they find him when he's open. So just a great treat. You know, it's a luxury for a coach to have a fifth-year player, but he's super talented, got a great attitude.
Fouls on Tyron Lawrence of Vanderbilt. Moving in, Seneca Knight. Spencer Johnson. In and out. Gideon George the tip, and the rebound pulled down Quentin Malora-Brown. Here comes Vandy. Scottie Pippen Jr. looks to back down Tijon Lucas. Goes underneath. And an offensive foul, a charge. Marcus Pettigrew with the call, the offensive foul.
And right here, Wright chose to fake the skip pass and take it to the rim. You got to swing that for the open shot.
They've changed the call after consulting with Keith Kimball that the defender was in the restricted area, so a block on Gideon George and give the basket and one for Jordan Wright.
Wow. They got lucky right there because he took that ball in there. There were 3 blue shirts and things didn't turn out the way we planned, but it looks like the official, Sharp Crew, changing the call. I know Mark Polk not exactly in agreement there, but
the restricted area, that's why it was a block. Had he been outside the circle, it clearly would have been a charge because that was the initial call. Marcus Pettigrew working with Keith Kimball and Bart Lennox, our officiating crew for this semifinal number 2, where the winner will play Stanford on Christmas night for the championship. And the 3-point play for Jordan Wright.
Big play, turnover turns into 3 points. You got a 4-point affair all of a sudden.
Pass to a cutting Tijon Lucas, saves it from going out. Spencer Johnson rattles out a 3, and the rebound Tyron Lawrence. Here comes Vandy. Intercepted Gideon George, but then he couldn't grab it, and then he fouls Rodney Chapman. And it's the second on Gideon George.
BYU doing a very good job in the early minutes against Scottie Pippen Jr. They're containing him when he has a ball screen. They're staying with him till he gives it up. And he's not a player that's going to force anything. But you know at some point he's going to look to assert himself.
George needs to sit with the 2 fouls. And he had an impact last night in their win against South Florida. There is Pippen Jr. Nearly got it off the second carry. And Trevin Nell brings it across for BYU. Cougars, their second appearance in Honolulu at the Diamond Head Classic. The last one was in 2015. This is the 12th annual. Nice pass, Spencer Johnson. And heading to the line is Fousseyni Traore for BYU.
As we talk about how well coached this BYU team is, there's always 2 actions taking place. There's dribble handoffs, there's guys rolling, there's guys back cutting, and that's a perfect example of a guy coming off a dribble handoff and making a great pass.
71% for Traore, freshman from Mali. 11 points, 9 boards in the quarterfinal win against South Florida. Leads BYU in block shots. At 6'6", but he is, you can see the long wingspan that is 7'2". BYU by 6, they've led by as many as 7. Vandy jumped out to an early 6-point lead. Rodney Chapman, and a late whistle and a foul will get Chapman to the line. And 2 shots as Spencer Johnson whistled for his first.
Right there, the Cougars in the right place at the right time, but just a little too much contact. They're doing a great job of reacting to penetration. Chapman with the free throws right here.
Didn't play the first 9 games of the year as it rattles out for Chapman, his first free throw attempt of the season. Chapman has played in each of the last 2, made a start against Hawaii. First appearance of the year was against Austin Peay back on Saturday in Nashville. As Chapman goes 1 for 2, and he's played at 3 different schools now. First 2 years at Chattanooga, then 2 at Dayton for Chapman, and finishing up at Vanderbilt. it'll stay with BYU and 20 on the shot clock. Cougars 50%, 3 of 6 also from outside the arc, while they've held Vandy to 6 of 16 from the floor to start the game. As Alex Barcelo coming back into the ball game as BYU led by 7 from Trevin Nell, while Scottie Pippen Jr. is 5 to pace the Doors. Seneca Knight leans in. Easy call, an offensive foul on Knight.
It's a good move, but he's got to go to the floater right there. The defender was set, anticipated the contact. Great baseline drive, but right about here is when you set up for your floater. How many times do you see that? Your 6'10" big man coming over, sacrificing his body, picking up the charge.
Pull up for the mid-range.
I got to pull up for the floater, especially with guys 6'10", but give a lot of credit there. Not a lot of big fellas taking the charges these days. They want to go up and be shot blockers, rim protectors.
Chapman drops it off, and Melora Brown is bumped. And 2 shots for Quentin Melora Brown of Vanderbilt.
Last 3 possessions, Vanderbilt taking the ball to the rim, getting to the free throw line. That outside jumper isn't really working for them lately, but they're making a great adjustment and attacking the rim.
2 for 2 now at the line for Melora Brown. 4 points for the senior who began his college career at Rice. Last year, an all-academic SEC member, goes 1 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point BYU lead as the Cougars have the ball. Inside 8 minutes to go until halftime of this semifinal. The winner plays Stanford. Christmas night as the Cardinal, beating Wyoming yesterday, and then held off Liberty, who made it interesting at the end. Stanford missing some free throws to keep Liberty in the ball game late. As Chapman on the drive, swatted by Traore. Here comes Seneca Knight for the Cougars. To the basket, blocked by Miles Studi.
2 great plays at both ends of the floor.
Jordan Wright rattles out the 3. Quentin Melora Brown the offensive rebound. On the reload 3. And Chapman left it short, and it's pulled out by BYU. Alex Barcelo flings it over to Tijon Lucas, and a charge on Barcelo.
You talk about what's on the line, a chance to play for the title. You see both teams stepping it up on the defensive end right here. The soft finger roll rejected by the Cougars, and in transition, the Commodores say, no, sir. We've got a close one here at Diamond Head Classic.
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2 to 1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
So if I was a professional dog walker, I could still get the Rogers rate?
Yeah, man. State Farm has rates that fit any budget. Well, why corgis?
Spirit animal.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
It's a mixed up world, and the way we work looks a little different. But whether you embrace the new normal or just want to get back to the routines that feel right, X-Chair continues to be at the forefront of change, which is why we've launched the all-new X-Chair with Elemax. Elemax combines gentle body temperature regulation with stress-melting massage to increase your comfort working from home or at the office. Feel more refreshed in seconds with dual fans that actively deliver a cooling airflow. Or you can wrap your back in the soothing warmth of heat therapy and access 4 combinations of massage for deep relief from tension. Our patented dynamic variable lumbar support and SciFloat Infinite Recline technology remain unchanged. Order an X chair with Elemax today. Use code TV and get $100 off, plus a free footrest. Hey, change happened, and we've made it a good thing with all new Elemax from X Chair. This holiday season, feel better than ever before. Order X chair with Elemax today. Use code TV and get $100 off and a free footrest.
Dallin Cup here in studio with some breaking news. The Hawaii Bowl was supposed to be played about a half mile from where our game is being played right now on the hardwood has been canceled. Against Hawaii and Memphis, we're supposed to play. Hawaii, though, had to pull out because of COVID-related issues, along with injuries and transfer problems, so that game will not be played. Unfortunately, COVID's still wreaking havoc on the sports world. Let's get back to the hardwood. Roxy and Corey.
All right, Dallin, that's what they would have been playing for, the trophy for the Hawaii Bowl, which is now not going to happen tomorrow here on the campus of the University of Hawaii. And it's unfortunate for Todd Graham, and the Rainbow Warriors couldn't field a team to play Memphis. I know Memphis was excited to play, but I guess if there's any silver lining for the Memphis Tigers, they did get a trip to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's not, I guess that's glass half full, you know. But yeah, definitely a big letdown. Coming over here, great expectations, bowl game's so great to watch and for the players to be a part of.
Our buddy Jason Benetti was supposed to call the game for ESPN on TV. I think we should put him to work, and we should make it mandatory. He comes sit with us at the table.
Yeah, come be a runner, get you bring your beverages. He's got to earn it. You can't just come over here and check out. He's still with the company, right? Put him to work.
Miles Studi picks up his second foul. And we're going the other way with BYU. The Cougars up 4. 6:48 to go as Jerry Stackhouse and the Commodores. That is their 5th team foul. BYU has already committed 10, so Vandy is in the double bonus.
Vanderbilt will 2-3 zone, or 3-2 zone, I should say. Change things up and see if the Cougars can find the weak spot for the 3 ball.
Air ball from Trevin Nell, and it's pulled down by Vanderbilt. Scottie Pippen Jr. And a giveaway from Vandy.
Great help defense right there by Lowry. Saw the one-on-one, came over, picked it apart, and then got the quick assist.
First points for Kalen Lohner, who was wide open underneath the basket. Nice find from Trevin Nell. Down low, and Studi is bumped, +1. Miles Studi underneath, powers it up and in.
Big time. And they really want your big men to run what the coaches call rim to rim. And this is what they mean. Come right down the middle of the floor, run right to the rim, and hope your teammates find you. That's about as easy as it's going to get. And right here, this is the flex play. You come off the screen, you get the ball, you take it strong to the 10, a little bit of weight room action right there.
So the sophomore from Washington, D.C., Miles Studi, who grew up in Minnesota, then moved to D.C. prior to high school. He's come off the bench now the last couple of games into today, but back in the starting lineup, as Studi did start each of the first 9 games for Vanderbilt. First foul on Trevin Nell, and Studi makes it a 3-point game.
Versatile player, has an outside shot, can obviously play in the paint as well.
That's deflected. Alex Barcelo gets it. T-John Lucas had a good look from the corner. And here comes Vandy.
Yeah, that was a good possession for the Cougars right there. They found the open shot, weren't able to knock it down.
What a move by Scott Pippen Jr. Finding Studi open to the corner, who then airballs a 3, and here comes BYU. Seneca Knight, and a block is called, wave off the shot. And the block is trying to step in there was the freshman Shane Dezzoni of Vandy, his first.
Right here, the question is the defender set? Still kind of moving a little.
Yeah, he's still sliding over.
Just a bit. You know, the officials got to be on top of that. Such things happen so quickly. I think they got it right there.
It was team foul number 6. So the next one will put BYU into the bonus. 5:10 to go in the first half. 25-22. Brigham Young with the lead.
Hey, right here.
Stumbling, Tijon Lucas keeps the dribble. And a travel on Spencer Johnson. That's 8 turnovers on BYU. That's what Vandy does. They force you and make it uncomfortable for you to run your offense. And again, they force you into turnovers. It's 16.5 a game that they force from Jerry Stackhouse's defense.
And that's because you're seeing things that aren't there. Right there, Spencer Johnson saw a jump shot that suddenly was taken away from him, and he had no choice but to travel. That's a great reaction for the Commodores.
Elevator taken by Trey Thompson. But Trey Thomas to keep that pass in, then fires a three, was all the way down, and popped out. Caleb Lohner clears. Back the other way, Seneca Knight to kick out to Barcelo. Open in the corner. Three for Alex Barcelo, his second three-pointer of the first half.
And there you see the Cougar transition, no set play, just get the ball up the court. Great decisions, and it ends up in the hands of the best player.
Doubles the lead for the Cougars. Miles Studi answers for Vanderbilt.
It's a huge three right there, especially when Scottie Pippen Jr. gets double teamed. He's given up the ball so many times. Only 5 shot attempts so far for him in the first half. You've got to knock it down when a player of his caliber gives you the rock.
Caleb Lohner in the paint. Offensive foul that cleared out with the off shoulder.
I don't like that call, Roxy. Let him bang. Let the big fellas bang.
Second on Lohner. 3-point lead for Mark Pope. A little frustrated right now. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
You know how sometimes you're just kind of brushing your teeth and then all of a sudden, it's on. With Roman, you can take care of erectile dysfunction discreetly. So whenever the moment happens, you're ready. Roman ready.
This holiday, let them shine like never before. This is how we shine. Find the perfect gift at Zales, the Diamond Store.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Fine. No one leaves the table till you're finished.
Fine, we'll sleep here.
It's the easiest because it's the cheesiest. Kraft for the win-win.
Alabama, Cincinnati, Michigan, and Georgia. One of these teams will make believers of us all.
What's up, folks? That's Sean Farnham. I'm Dallin Cuff. Coming up with the E-Trade halftime report. We'll get you the action from earlier the day in the Diamond Head. Also, will Baylor repeat? First team since 06-07 Florida. We are festive here. I've got Dwight K. Schrute repping. You just look like a very dapper man. We talk about hoops all the time, so we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies. What are you excited about? We got 2 days here left. What are you watching?
Listen, I've spent the last couple of days here at the hotel in Bristol watching nothing but holiday movies. Home Alone was one of them that came to mind, but you can't outdo National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I fervently disagree. Christmas Story. The writing, the narration is for adults. All the stuff is for kids. Nothing's better than that. Hey, Roxy, what do you got?
Well, we got Santa playing a violin on the beach, Dallin. That's festive. All right, Christmas movies, the discussion that never ends. In your mind, Corey Williams, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Absolutely. The whole plot takes place during a Christmas party. How can it not be? Possibly the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Got everything. Explosions, got bad guys, villains, Bruce Willis, special effects. Forget Santa, give me Die Hard.
And tremendous one-liners.
Oh my God, classics that have lived on for 30 years.
Yeah, I'm with you. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I wonder if the hate tweets will start coming in right now.
I don't care. What is Twitter anyway?
Spencer Johnson the reach, and that'll put Scottie Pippen Jr. the line for 2. With Vanderbilt in a double bonus here, approaching 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Vandy jumped out to an early lead, then BYU led by as many as 7. Semifinal number 2, the winner will play Stanford tomorrow, or rather Christmas night, in the championship game. And one more for Pippen, who's 1 for 3 at the line. Rolls in, and Scottie Pippen Jr. pulls Vandy to within 1. Some foul difficulty with the fouls mounting for BYU here in the first half. They've been called for 13 fouls, but nobody has more than 2. Fousseyni Traore is bumped and will get to the line. Quentin Malora-Brown with his first, and 2 shots for Fousseyni Traore.
Big bodies out there, and the officials being consistent. It is a tight whistle. They're calling a lot of contact, and it happens.
2 for 2 at the line for Traore, who gets the roll, the soft touch for the freshman. Second one rims off, pulled down by Shane Dezzoni for Vanderbilt. Scottie Pippen Jr. behind the screen. Pippen darting to the bucket, high off the window. And Traore the rebound, here comes BYU.
Great contest right there by Traore, rotating over, getting a hand up. And there you see the careless turnover.
Little out of control, Tijon Lucas.
A little bit. I mean, he's trying to find his shooter. He knew he had an opportunity for Barcelo to get a clean look, but he just couldn't wrap the ball around and throw it back to him.
And you don't see that very much from Tijon Lucas. He's normally under control.
Right. One of those good mistakes. Trying to make the right play. Just got to calm down a little.
Good 10 turnovers for BYU. And they commit only 12 a game. The 3 off from Trey Thomas, and we're going the other way, and a foul, and it's on Pippen, his first.
Scottie Pippen Jr. doesn't like the call, but I'm not sure what he's complaining about. He just came in with the old karate chop, knocked the ball free. The Cougars are going to get a couple free throws off of this.
The Karate Kid, not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie. Right here, you're going to see the old, anytime you come down from above and bring your arm down, you're just inviting the refs to call that foul.
But it could be a Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, with the
they had the mask
skeleton, Johnny is a skeleton.
Yeah, you realize
the
how
Halloween dance at the high school.
The younger viewers have no idea what we're talking about.
Sorry, it was the precursor to Cobra Kai.
There you go. You got to tie it in with that's a great show.
Scottie Pippen Jr. weaving his way through the Cougars defense, has his shot blocked. The second for Traore, but then Malora-Brown misses at the rim. And a foul will put Barcelo at the line. Rodney Chapman the reach in for Vanderbilt.
The Commodores have to keep their composure right now. They've missed some real easy bunnies at the rim, and then they've committed these quick fouls. They just got to continue to play. It's only a 4-point game. You don't want to commit a foul 90 feet from the rim and send Barcelo to the free throw line when you don't have to.
90% foul shooter, one more for Barcelo. 9 points for Barcelo, and now in double figures again in each of BYU's 13 games this season.
You got to understand time and score. When you're in the bonus like that, you don't have a chance to come up with that rebound. Just get back and play D. Don't reach, don't grab.
And wave it off. And they're getting an offensive foul on Rodney Chapman. They called it a number 3. And that's a foul on Vanderbilt.
Pippen Jr. looked like he got whistled for the clear out with his shoulder. And that's just frustration. He hasn't had a great shooting night. Hasn't really been aggressive. Every time he's driven to the rim, he's drawn a crowd and had to give it up. And right there, he just tried to clear a little space for himself.
They did get the number wrong. They've changed it. It is Scottie Pippen Jr. with his second foul, but initially they said number 3. Traore, the offensive rebound. Spencer Johnson had a good look from the corner, and Quentin Malora-Brown the rebound. That's 5 boards for the Vandy big man.
You know, it's just a 6-point game, and you know Vanderbilt's a team that can play defense. But right now on the offensive end, they're struggling. They're forcing some things, and they're fouling after rebounds. They just got to settle down offensively.
Straight on 3, Rodney Chapman for Vanderbilt.
It's a great old school inside out. Get it to the big man, kick it out. The Cougars reacted, they got a good look.
And they showed patience on the offensive.
Exactly. Calm down, play basketball. No need to go 100 miles an hour.
Final minute of the opening half of semifinal number 2. T-John Lucas denied by Quentin Malora-Brown, who leads Vanderbilt in block shots. 13 on the shot clock for the Cougars.
See if they set this stagger screen for Marcelo.
Spencer Johnson steps out. 5 to shoot. T-John Lucas off one leg, swatted by Chapman, and then saved by Rodney Chapman. That will be a shot clock violation. Outstanding defense from Rodney Chapman.
Just unbelievable. This come out, close out on the shooter. There's so many facets to this. Look at the closeout. Comes out, stays with the player, then makes the timely block, and actually saved it to his own teammate before the shot clock expired. That's beautiful defense right there.
Chapman on the baseline. Step back, trying to tie the game. Front rim for Rodney Chapman. And here comes Alex Barcelo. Looks to attack. BYU can back it out and play for the last shot, and that's what they choose to do. They have not taken their use it or lose it timeout.
If Alex Barcelo plays for some contact, most likely a high ball screen here.
T-John Lucas gets inside, the reverse. Fousseyni Traore off balance, throws it back toward the rim. At the horn,
The Cougars
Spencer Johnson.
just keep coming wave after wave. You see the players sharing the ball and attacking the rim. And right there, Johnson gets it to go.
They said good on the floor. They will go to the monitor to double check and make sure Spencer Johnson got it off.
Just a breakdown. You see all the Commodore players just standing around ball watching. Now Mr. Johnson sneaks in there off the glass. Beautiful hustle.
He looked, by that replay, he did get it out of his hand before it hit 0. And it is a good basket. 35-30. BYU leading Vanderbilt at the half of semifinal number 2. As the Cougars trailed by as many as 7 early, up 5. The E-Trade halftime report. Dallin and Sean in studio.
Thank you, Roxy. This is the E-Trade halftime report. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, Corey. Okay, let's get to the other semifinal from earlier today in the Diamond Head Classic. Holy moly! Michael O'Connell from half court shot Varnum.
Just let it free. This second, by the way, second logo 3 we've had in the last 2 days. Wendell Green had one for Auburn just last night. This was an interesting game for me because you take a look at Stanford. Spencer Jones, so big for them, 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. Outstanding performance by him, but how about 41 points by Darius McGee of Liberty?
Well, couldn't get that to go. None of his teammates had more than 6. Stanford's up 4. Big transition moment here. Brandon Angel lays it in, puts the tree up 6. And they would go on to hang on and get this win over a tough Liberty squad.
Yeah, to win a game when you have 23 turnovers, you've got to breathe a little sigh of relief and just say, okay, hey, Liberty disrupted us. We were too loose with it. We got to take better care of it in the championship.
They will be in that final Saturday 9 Eastern on ESPN2. Hunter Maldonado, another buzzer beater up the window.
We got buzzer beaters all over Diamond Head right now. Unbelievable. If you look at Wyoming, Drake Jeffries and Hunter Maldonado combined for 33 points, 7 of 14 from beyond the arc. They really sparked the offense for Wyoming in this game.
Down 4, more from Northern Iowa, though. The Panthers, nice slip there. Austin Fife lays it up. UNI last chance. Wyoming misses 2 free throws. Here we go. We're going the other way, Farney.
An opportunity to tie or take the lead. They went for the tie, and they didn't get the lead.
Owen Bourne's little layup there at the window just doesn't go down. That's Sean Farnham. I'm Dallin Cuff. Wyoming moves on in the let's say the consolation area of that bracket. This game that we're looking at right now, BYU Vandy. BYU is up 5 right now. A chance to play Stanford in that championship. What do you see here in the first 20?
A couple of things. One is, before that last basket was made, it was 4 minutes straight without BYU making a field goal. Vanderbilt's done an excellent job getting BYU out of its rhythm at the offensive end by being physical with them. And that's knocked them off their lines a little bit. Too many turnovers. Conversely, though, if you're from a Vanderbilt perspective, you're looking at this saying, okay, we forced 11 first-half turnovers, yet we only have 6 points off of turnovers. They're not taking those turnovers and converting them into points at the other end of the floor. That's an area where Vanderbilt, if they can continue to turn them over at the defensive end of the floor, can get back into this game and maybe even win it.
And BYU's done a really good job on Scottie Pippen Jr., only 7 points, a couple offensive fouls. So if he can't really get going, it's really tough for Jerry Stackhouse's team. This is tough, too. More breaking news. The Hawaii Bowl is supposed to be played tomorrow night, just about a half mile from where our game's being played on the hardwood between Memphis and Hawaii, is now canceled. Hawaii has to pull out due to COVID-19, injuries, and transfers within their program. So they will not be playing. Memphis will be, I guess,
enjoying some time in Hawaii?
Enjoying some time in Hawaii, getting back in time for Christmas Day, maybe. But COVID-19 continues to wreak havoc on the sports world. The Hawaii Bowl is canceled in 2021. After the break, we're talking Baylor. Nobody's repeated in college basketball on the men's side since 06-07. Will the Bears be that team? Farnham answers that question.
This halftime report is presented by E-Trade. Stop waiting. Start investing.
Singing or speaking.
Reason or fun. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either or.
Progress is everything.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps on going.
Her very own Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
If you want to look fresh, you gotta eat fresh. That's why Subway bought time in my shampoo ad to talk about the new Baja Chicken and Bacon. Body, balance, and Baja.
What a wonderful day. All the luck in the world for me. That's the way I do it. Nothing to it. Wonderful day.
Are you ready for the first ever Week 18 season finale and for Wild Card Weekend to extend into Monday? Well, you better get ready.
Successful and driven, pushing the limits and claiming the rewards. It's called living the dream, and you're doing it. You deserve comfort and relaxation. It's time to treat your senses to the new X77 massage chair from X-Chair. Luxuriate in a relaxation so deep, you'll lose yourself in the moment. The X77 massage chair puts therapist-level technology and touch quality at your command. This immersive experience was crafted by a Japanese shiatsu master. You choose the mode and let X77 take it from there. From kneading to tapping to stretching, X77 will relax and rejuvenate tight, tired muscles from your glutes to your neck, your calves to your feet, and your shoulders to your hands. We've got you covered all the way down to your fingertips. This holiday season, save $1,000 on the new X77 massage chair and get a free X-Chair with code MASSAGE. Live the dream and buy now.
You're watching the E-Trade Halftime Report.
It's an insane ring. You're going to love it.
For the national championship, the Baylor Bears
it's insane. It's having two great programs.
That's what they want to know. Are you going back to back?
We have a lot of opportunities for people to step forward.
New head coach Nikki Collin is certainly replacing a legend in the game.
I'm going to be critiqued maybe more than any other women's coach in America.
Melissa Smith may be the most dominant player in the women's game. This could be a season to remember in Waco.
Cannot wait. Our time, January 6th, two of the best programs in the country, both in the top 10. And, of course, the men are the defending national champions. The festive Sean Farnham. I'm Dallin Cuff. Farney, let's talk about that Baylor team. Nobody's repeated on the men's side since 06-07 Florida. Will these Bears do it?
I think that you could even make an argument that this could be going for a three-peat because if there was no cancellation of the 2020 tournament, Baylor was playing as good as basketball as really anybody in the country, along with Dayton and San Diego State. So what Scott Drew's been able to build has been so consistent and so elite, and it starts all at the defensive end of the floor. When you look at this team and the way they communicate and talk, their understanding of how to play together. Here comes an on-ball screen. Kendall Brown is going to switch out onto Colin Gillespie. Watch the early help on the drive. You see Kendall Brown get beat a little bit, you're going to early help. Why can you early help? Because you know that the rotations are going to be there for everybody else. They're going to take away options that can hurt you. The only guy open is the furthest away. James Akinjo recognizes that's too long of a run for Matthew Mayer. He goes ahead and says, I got him. Matthew Mayer plugs his hole. By the way, guess what? Now 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Villanova had nothing going on in this game. They are so good defensively, and they do it in a variety of ways. Now you're going to switch off here. Colin Gillespie's going to get picked up. I believe that's Flagler that picks him up. 4 guys stand in his way. There's no lines. There's no easy path to the hoop to break them down. They push up. They get you retreating, going away from your basket. That changes the angle on the pass ever so much. And then they aggressively jump those passing lanes. This is a team that is actually more disruptive at the defensive end of the floor this year than they were a year ago. And, of course, we know how dominant that team was as they played all the way to the national championship game and absolutely got up and underneath Gonzaga.
You mentioned Flagler, Mayer. Others guys have stepped into new roles this year and also mixing in those transfers, but the same results. You look at where they were last year at this point, 11-0, dominating teams, point per game differential. Will they repeat? We'll find out in a few months. Iowa State's next. That's a big game for them.
We all need help.
Well then!
Just not always the same kind.
Wait!
Maybe you just need a little.
Thanks.
Maybe you need a lot.
Nice technique.
It seems like she's got it, but she might need an extra hand later. And when it comes to taxes,
So, where are you moving to?
H&R Block can help a little or a lot. At H&R Block, get the expert tax help you need, online and in person. Help is here.
Fries with that.
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
I got you, don't worry.
I've started guidance.
Looks like you're home. This holiday season, hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event and find your way home in the ultimate driving machine. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 through January 3rd.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Hey, check it out.
At Lowe's, we're home to great values during the holidays and every day. Where everything comes with competitive prices. And it's all backed by our Lowe's Price Promise, which means if you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it, so you can make the most of every single season.
This halftime report is presented by E-Trade. Stop waiting. Start investing.
Week from tomorrow, CFP semifinal get going on New Year's Eve day. Alabama, Cincinnati, Michigan, Georgia, and then telecast and the megacast. You can get everything, every channel we got. You have coverage coming your way.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm sure Randy Bennett from St. Mary's will be watching that one just like he's watching this game.
Coach Bennett, you got a squad. We have better sweaters, though, right now. BYU's up 5. This has been the E-Trade Halftime Report.
As a DJ, I know all about customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need.
How about a throwback?
Liberty, 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 liberty. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. 5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Hey, Tristan! Hey, Lexus, play holiday music.
We've been waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
Let's do it for the fans and the stands going crazy. I've been ballin'.
It's NBA Christmas time. Steffi looking like the MVP and Clay ain't even back.
Durant way downtown. Burn!
Giannis trying to get another chip. He want them back to back. AD and LeBron, they want revenge. They trying to win again.
He's unstoppable.
It's the only one wish that I got for Christmas that to win the title. It's the only one wish that I got for Christmas that to win the title.
Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, were cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Welcome back to the 2021 Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic on ESPN. Honolulu, Waikiki Beach. 35-30, BYU leading Vanderbilt in our second semifinal matchup. The winner against Stanford in the championship game on Christmas night. Along with Corey Williams, Roxy Bernstein with you. The team started out hot offensively, cooled off a bit, but still was an entertaining first 20 minutes of basketball here in Honolulu.
BYU did a nice job. You're right, there was a lot of back and forth, but at certain points, BYU did a great job on the glass. They're out-rebounding them by 11. And what it led to was transition buckets for the Cougars. You're talking about 12 points coming out of the fast break. This is not set offense. This is just the Cougs getting out, getting in the open court, and making things happen. They want to continue this as their bench has given them almost 14 points. These are the plays that make the difference down the stretch. Getting these easy buckets in transition. They're going to want this to continue in the second half.
Today's game track brought to you by Dollar General. There are the point totals for the two standout guards. Alex Barcelo, 10 points, lead all scorers for BYU, and 7 for Scottie Pippen Jr. And Vanderbilt, as the Commodores led by Miles Studi, who had 9 in the first half. And the interesting stat to me, Corey, because Vandy forces turnovers. Vanderbilt forced 11 BYU turnovers in the first half, but they only have 6 points off those 11 turnovers in the first half.
Great team defense by the Cougars. They get back in transition. They react to penetrations. They don't allow a lot of transition fast break buckets. when you play that type of defense, sometimes those turnovers don't hurt you.
Jordan Wright, the first points of the second half, and it pulls Vandy within 3. John Lucas, the floater, rattles in.
Oh, he was so wide open. They did 3 consecutive dribble handoffs, and they just kind of forgot about him, and he ends up with a 5-foot floater in the lane.
Looked like he wanted to pass it, but then he realized, you know what, I should just shoot it. I'm that open.
The shot was an afterthought. You're 100% right. He was looking to pass the whole way.
Jordan Wright, the long 2.
So you see Jordan Wright out there, a big physical player masquerading as a 3. He's built like a 4, and he can shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Trevin Nell on the baseline, left it short. The rebound, Miles Studi. Long outlet to Jordan Wright. Throws it down, and it's a 1-point game.
Cougars got caught sleeping right there. Point guard Alex Barcelo was in the corner when that shot went up and did not have a chance to get back in transition. You always want at least one player back.
Wouldn't fall for Alex Barcelo. Here comes Rodney Chapman for Vanderbilt as the Commodores looking for the lead here. Scottie Pippen Jr. way off on the 3, but Quentin Malora-Brown on the offensive glass.
He's had a good game this first half. Malora-Brown, some timely rebounds, a couple of big plays. They hit him early in the post, and it's been a while since the Commodores have had a interior bucket. They've been shooting a lot of jump shots.
Alex Barcelo, 5 on the shot clock. Pass deflected inside, stolen, racing out, Jordan Wright. Right to the bucket, bumps over Nell, and a block. On Trevin Nell will send Jordan Wright to the line.
That's the second time the shot's gone up, and BYU not really balanced in getting back in tandem defense. No one really back, and Vanderbilt, like you said, those deflections, they're trying to create a little transition offense of their own.
Jordan Wright 1 for 1 from the line. 84% from the line on the year. So 2 shots for Wright, and the first one ties the game. 10 for Wright. 17:36 to play. And Vandy has their first lead since early in the game.
Talked earlier about them keeping their composure, not getting too carried away. They've played through a couple of runs that BYU's made, and there's some contact out front.
John Lucas took the brunt of it. Second on Rodney Chapman. 38-37 Vandy. They jumped out to an early 6-point lead right out of the gates in this game. And then BYU led by as many as 7 in the first half. It's Alex Barcelo. Offensive foul. Pushed with the offhand. Second on Barcelo.
That's a little bit of a frustration right there from Barcelo. He feels like he's being held. He's trying to rub the offensive player off the screen, but right there the arm gets on the inside, and Barcelo takes a little offense to it, and you see the forearm shiver. Refs are going to call that all day long.
And Rodney Chapman sold it a little bit too.
A little bit.
Broken up at Trevin Nell, the reach in. Third on Nell. Already 3 team fouls on BYU in the second half. And a foul on Alex Barcelo trying to get through the Miles Studi screen. 3 on Barcelo, who had Barcelo.